My name is Brandon Hine. I do IT over here at Hope Kingdom Mission for Mr. Fix-It. This is going to be a training video on how to set up our computer and projector. I might be moving soon, so I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way so that I don't have to come back to train somebody. He leaves his computer and stuff up here. When I come in to get it all set up, what we are going to want is this bag right here. Alright, there's the computer. Make sure when you are putting it up, put the computer in here under the strap. Don't put anything else in there. That'll keep the computer from being damaged. In this pocket right here, we should have our power cord. It's a blocky one right here. And in this pocket right here, we should have our clicker for Mr. Fix-It to use. We'll need that because we'll need to put the fob into the computer. Alright, so coming back over here to our projector and power supply, we want to, of course, plug our power supply in. Now this power supply is a bit neat. We've got a always on right there. I use that one for my laptop so I can play solitaire, stuff like that. Got a control outlet right there. If the device plugged into that, which is our projector, is not on, then these switched outlets down here won't work. So you want to make sure that the projector is on when you have the computer plugged into here. So we're going to go ahead and turn the projector on. It'll take a minute, about a minute, minute and a half for the image to appear. While we are waiting on that, we can get the other side of our computer power supply plugged in. It goes on this side. And this hole right here by that fob. That fob is for our keyboard and mouse, and we'll go get that here in a minute. Now, our HDMI right here is going to go into this slot right here. It looks like the plug. We want to make sure it's nice and snug so we don't get any interruptions in the signal. Alright, so that's what it should look like when you are done. If you ever need to unplug the cords in the projector, the only cords that really matter is this one right here, which is the power supply, and this one right here, which is the HDMI. Remember what spot they go in if you ever unplug those. Alright, now we are going to plug in our fob for the clicker. There is another USB port on this side that we plug that into. And now we can go and get the keyboard and mouse. Now, only the people operating the computer and helping out can go into Mr. Fix-It's office, which is where we keep the mouse and keyboard. Over this way, and it is this door right here. Make sure you do not misplace the mouse and keyboard. Always put them right here. That way they are where you know they are. They're easily accessible. Make sure to turn the light off when you leave his office. Alright, we've already got our fob for the mouse and keyboard right there. So all we got to do is turn them on. Mr. Fix-It forgot to turn them off yesterday. If you ever need to get new batteries, I want to try to get rechargeable batteries for these. The mouse takes one AA battery. And the keyboard takes 2 AAAs. Alright, there's one more thing we gotta do. Our speaker for worship music plugs in on this side, right here in this hole. When you turn on the speaker, turn it all the way up. The only time you won't need to turn it all the way up is if Mr. Fix-It gets a new computer. An upgraded or better computer that has better sound drivers. Like if I were to plug in my personal laptop, if I tried running that speaker at 100%, it would blow the speaker. So if he ever gets a new computer, make sure you start with the volume low and find a comfort spot that won't harm the speaker. Now, we got to turn the computer on. There's that power button right there. We got to wait. And I am not going to show the password. You will have to ask Mr. Fix-It for the password. So I'm just going to input that right now. Here's our home screen. Get the mouse. Okay, so we are not dead after being left on all night. Cool. So, to get to our worship music, you're going to go up to this line icon right here. It is one of my favorite browsers. It's called Brave Browser. I recommend it. It's a good one. Double click. Now up there you can see our browser has opened up. We're going to want to come over to this icon right here, the double arrows in a loop, and click that once. That will make it so that our worship music will loop after it's gotten to the end of the playlist. You can select the first one or continue off from where it was. Make sure it's all the way at the start, and then you can hit this full screen button right there. Back to this screen. To get to our slides, which you might need to make, in which case I will make a training video for that next week. But I also have some remote desktop software on here, so I might still be able to make the slides. To get to our slides, it's going to be this folder right here. This is our rules that I made up, mainly because I'm tired of people using the spoons that are not meant for stirring over at the coffee setup over there. But we're going to double click on this Hope Kingdom. It's going to say Hope Kingdom Mission Sermons. We're going to double click on that. And over here, we're going to find today's date. Please, if you take over making the slides as well, use this format. The date being the month, day, and year, and then the title of the sermon. So today is November 9th, 2025, so we are going to select 11/9/2025, Jesus heals the blind and the mute. I'm going to double click it. I use LibreOffice because it's free and Mr. Fix-It doesn't have to pay anything extra. That is a bonus over Microsoft Word. Oh dear, we've got an error right here. So if this ever pops up, hit recover selected. And if you are running the slides, make sure that nothing has been corrupted. Alright, we're looking good. Now you are set up. When it comes time to start the sermon, make sure you pause the music and click on this screen so that Mr. Fix-It can have control of the clicker. I guess I'll give you a rundown of how the clicker works so that you understand why I say that. Alright, we're going to want to turn it on. So, right now, this is our active screen. So, when we click this button right here, it is going to bring up our slides. You've got your arrow buttons. They control the slides. Previous slide, next slide. This button right here blacks out the slides. You can hit it again to bring them back. Now the reason I say you need to click on this screen somewhere to make sure it's active is because if you click on, if you hit this button while the browser page is active, all it will do is refresh, refresh, refresh. So that is why it is important to remember to click on this page before that button is clicked. Now, if Mr. Fix-It is not using the clicker, if it gets lost or stolen, you will have to operate the slides yourself. So, what you will do is up here is a bar called slideshow. You're going to click on that once. It's not wanting to, there it goes. And you're going to hit start from first slide. And there we go. To control the slides, you can use either the arrow buttons, or there are controls down here. There's your next and your previous. There are also notes. Don't worry about that. If you click into it, all you need to do is click it again. Or not. There's also slides. Right, just click slides, I guess. You can click that and it will bring you to the notes page as well. You've got a timer down here, don't worry about that. And when the slideshow is over, what I like to do after he's done with his sermon is I will hit on our keyboard the home button, and what that will do is it will take it from whatever page it is on and go back to the title. When the slideshow is done, you can come over here and, or when the sermon is done and you want to go back to playing the worship music, you can come over here and hit the exit button, and then you can just come up here and exit out of the program. Well, we're not going to do that because I am filming this as we are getting. So that is how to operate the computer, keyboard, projector, all of that. One thing I will say, when it is time to shut off the projector at the end of the day when we're locking up, you're going to hit the power button, and it is going to come up with a prompt that says press power button to turn off projector. That means you gotta click it again. So when you go to turn off the projector, remember to hit it twice. I'm not gonna do that right now because, as I said, we are setting up, getting ready to start. So now, hopefully you can remember all of this and not have to come back to this training video again. That is how you operate the computer, projector, keyboard, mouse, and the clicker.